Hello and welcome to the Cold Cafe. It's Thursday night, and we're playing Star Trek Adventures. Joining us tonight in I don't have the energy for anything cute. So alphabetical order, Daniel
Hi, I'm Daniel. I play the Vulcan theoretical cosmologist Tesora.
and Everoth.
Hello, I play Leo. Sorry, but he is the commander for the ship, security command.
And James.
Hey, I'm James. I play Tanjan. No, I
No, you
don't.
No,
don't.
you
I
don't.
play Lieutenant Connor McCullen, the helmsman.
Of the Clan McCullen?
Yep, of Clan McCullen. And I think he might have a bit of an accent.
All right, and Tara.
Hey, I play Captain Damore, Cardassian extraordinaire.
And last but certainly not least, Tom.
I'm Tom. I play Commander Vivek, the Chief Engineer and former spy.
Okay. No lead in tonight. I think I'm gonna play this one a little more straight since we've had a lot of we'll say a lot of tops going. This one will be a little more straightforward and a little more confrontational. So Daniel, go ahead and take it away.
Okay, Science Girls Log, Stardate 61460.6. We are en route to the colony at Hastur 3 with a gravimetric array designed to try and communicate directly with the crystalline entity the Percival encountered last year in the Pepelo system, with generous design input from myself and our former chief medical officer. The array was constructed at the Daystrom Institute on Earth and has been shipped almost half a quadrant. After we deliver it to the Hastur Colony Depot, it has but one further leg of its journey before first contact can finally be attempted.
You're right there, James?
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought I muted it.
Nope.
But yes, don't worry, people. It's not coronavirus. I took a giant bong rip.
Moving on. All right. So yes, you guys are shipping this gravimetric array. It's designed to be towed via tractor beam, just because of its size and function. So as long as you are towing it, you will be at a slight penalty depending on what the action is. So you're gonna deliver it to Hastur 3, at which point it will be towed by a more pure science vessel to the Pepelo system, where hopefully you guys can use it to communicate with the crystalline entity. Any questions?
Has the colony been set up here?
This is Hastur 3, so you were here once before. This is where you finally faced down the Orion ship. What was the name of that ship?
Oh. So this is another system that we're gonna try to communicate with the system next to it or whatever.
Basically, there is a pure science vessel from Starfleet that is going to install finish setting up the array in the destination system. So you
Okay.
guys
We're the
are,
middleman on a relay race, and it's the baton.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
And this was the place where they had set up the sneaky cloaked surveillance satellite thing that we hacked and
Exactly. So Hastur 3, the colony, this is inside of Federation territory. And it is, or at least, claimed Federation territory. And it is basically it was set up specifically to launch colonists heading farther out into the areas that you've been surveying. So there's a lot of space, but mostly it's traffic passing through on their way somewhere else. Does that make sense?
yes.
Okay.
It's like what Denver used to be.
I would say more Dodge City, but yes, I get what you're
Okay.
saying. Okay. Da, 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 da.
So we all on the bridge, or is this kind of a other people have been doing stuff off hours kind of thing right now?
Yeah, I mean, you guys, like I said, Starfleet's mission, in the sector region is the word I'm using, has changed, since you started exploring. With most of the systems explored, you're really like switched over to more like support the colonies and help the growth and show the flag. So you've kind of fallen into this, I won't say boring, but routine where you guys do have the time to work on little side projects or get to know each other a little bit better. Oh, in fact, let's start with one of the two new people. I don't have a preference which. It's your night in the captain's mess with the XO. It's still
Is
Vanguard.
he still the XO?
Yeah.
Still Vanguard?
Yeah.
Okay. Those favors haven't come in yet. How long has it been since the last session?
Oh, right. I forgot that you traded the thing for. You know what? I think you just left him behind, so you haven't selected an executive officer yet.
And has Sora's promotion got or has her demotion got revoked or not?
Yes, yes. So she is back to the rank that she was before her punitive demotion.
Oh,
And
do I know that yet?
No.
Okay.
So you are actually going to be at the dinner too, then?
It can be all of the officers if you wish.
Yeah, screw it. Let's do it.
Okay. What
Oh,
does Rick
one
cook for
more
dinner?
question.
Yeah.
I don't know how badly I was hurt or how much time has gone by since. Am I still in a space wheelchair?
Probably not.
Like, I don't know how medicine, how zhuzhy it is in Star Trek, where you can just say, like, we put you in a back to tank, and you know what I mean.
They got you. It was just a chop, right?
Yeah,
It was two consequences, whatever you wanted that to mean.
I mean,
I mean, there are episodes where they heal broken bones in like a couple hours.
yeah,
and
Oh,
like,
okay.
cosmetic
and, like-
surgery to look like another race is a trivial matter.
Oh, wow. Okay.
and like
Wow.
they give someone a synthetic leg, and there's consequences for it, but he gets it done in like a month. Would you say?
Who gets a synthetic leg?
Nog.
Oh. There
After his
are,
leg got shot off in the Dominion
right.
War.
Like
that was a straight replacement, and he was walking around fine in a couple months.
yeah. Yeah,
Okay, fair enough.
I'm not worried about that at the moment.
Okay,
we
I
can
just
come
wanted
into
to-
this episode fresh.
I did mention last time that I had a trade that could have had an issue with the grenade and all the firing.
Yeah, it wasn't a grenade. Remember, it was like a
Stun.
yeah.
Anyhow, moving on. Dinner.
Yeah, dinner. So, Rick, the bullion chef slash attendant slash all of the other civilian jobs on board this ship, comes out with, whatever crazy ass dish that he has designed, not concocted, designed for this event. As you
I
guys...
requested the human Cajun.
Oh. Requests. Okay. He likes
with your general flair.
Yeah, I mean, he tries to mix in a little piece of everybody's home into jambalaya. But with not instead of celery, it's something from Tesora's planet. You guys get it.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
and
Tesora
Tesora
gets
can't
the-
eat it because it definitely has
Oh.
sausage.
Oh, it's all jumbled up. Is that why they call it jambalaya?
I imagine there's a vegetarian option too.
I feel like, it's replicator based, so. Yeah. So go ahead. Dinner.
And then, oh, I don't know. I had something, but it's gone.
Okay.
I think Connor's like kind of in the corner.
Oh, we're at a table.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
does have
like
corners.
in it. Yeah, in his little like he's as far away from the captain as he can be, and he's very quiet and sheepish. Just kind of looking around.
And then she said, "That isn't yamak sauce," and I laugh.
Everybody else politely laughs while exchanging glances around the table. That's it. Did you get that? Because I didn't.
Connor's like, "What's yamik sauce?"
Rick grabs a bottle that he keeps on him because the captain's Cardassian, and so he shakes a little bit onto your next bite, and it's vile.
Oh. I'll pass on the yamik sauce.
And then I look at you and give you an eyebrow and say, "That was a joke." I look at my wife and say, "Was that really funny? Or are they humoring me again?"
Captain, that was not funny at all.
She holds up her wine glass and just kind of waves it a little bit.
I will look at you and go, "Noted." I take a long sip of my Canar.
So, Captain, have you heard any news from Eversoul or Tonjot?
Have I?
Yeah, I think they're still working on getting the ship the rest of the way to modern capabilities, but things are probably going pretty well.
Yes, I have. Tonjot is bored out of his mind.
Things are not going well. There have been issues after issues after issues.
He keeps telling me that if they would have given him a ship, it should have been a ship that works. And I'll kind of give a smile, and then say, "But Eversoul is having a blast, being the CO for a science and medical ship."
Oh, that sounds lovely for him. I suppose it is nice to be on a ship that functions, yet it does keep it running pretty well. Hook spiders notwithstanding. You've told them about the hook spiders, right?
Hook spiders.
Hook spiders.
Oh yes, that's why we are all always equipped to phaser when going into the crap, what are they
Jeffrey's
called?
Jeffrey's tubes.
Jeffrey's tubes. We have a hook spider problem.
How has it
Here I
been
was thinking that we just had some very paranoid engineers.
I still cannot believe it has not been handled properly.
We leave out we've just learn to leave meat in the lower decks. Jeffrey's tubes. They haven't ventured out that much.
Nobody important lives in the lower decks of a ship.
There's a little one with a red carapace, and his name is Pinchy. He's my favorite.
Oh God.
That was a joke.
She named it.
Actually, Jensen named it after an incident, and then I'll make a little crab Pinchy things with my hands.
And that's how we got prosthetic hands. Okay.
While this is happening, I'll go. Before is dinner wrapping up at this point? I assume.
Yeah, it kind of feels like it.
All right, then I'll go as people are starting to get up and call it an evening. I'll go. Wait, there's one more matter to attend to, and then I will, out of my pocket, have a little box and toss it lightly to Sora.
What is this? What is the size of the box? What does the size of the box imply?
I mean, it's like a jewelry size box.
Oh, okay.
So you're either getting proposed to or promotion.
I mean, it's a nondescript. Yeah, okay, like a glasses case, like a metal glasses case.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I hold it without opening and I say, well, "What's going on? What's this?" Oh no! Oh
Usually-
no!
Usually, when a
Oh, I
box
know.
is presented to someone, you open the box.
And yeah, okay, fine. And she's extremely nervous because she thinks that this is like a going away present. Like she thinks she's getting fired. And so she opens it, and what is inside? I assume.
Your
well,
pips.
actually, what? Oh, pips. Okay, that's what they are.
You know how they have those collar pips?
Yeah.
Those
Okay.
indicate rank.
And I say, what is the meaning of this, Captain? Is this another joke?
Not at all, Lieutenant.
I don't think the captain thinks she's very. The captain's very funny.
No, but she does try.
All right, so that's two
Maybe
ranks.
I'm rethinking that, Lieutenant.
Well, I just no.
sorry,
It's
Captain.
just
Sorry, Captain.
after I promised not to use the mind meld at the court martial, and then I did, and I was expecting something different.
The Admiral and I have come to an agreement that we've seen your growth over the past year and have decided that your punishment has been time served.
Oh, well, very well. I suppose I'll resume my former duties as. Wait, is Van Gardner still science officer?
He transferred off the ship yesterday.
She actually looks way more relieved now than when she saw the pips.
And in the meantime, we have you. Lieutenant could be a XO, right?
Lieutenant Commander.
Lieutenant Commander.
And yeah, I mean it's the lowest possible rank for that, and you do have two commanders on board that are one rank higher.
Yeah, I think Leo is probably our best bet for commander.
Yeah, but we talked about it out a game that one time and said security putting Leo in charge would be just the same problem as Tanjat with being security.
We could chalk it up to whatchamacallit, to more like wanting somebody she can trust, I guess, or at least she knows.
Well, but the issue is that you'd be then giving orders to people a rank above you.
I
That's
am.
true.
If you were to offer it to me, Sora would absolutely be like, no, someone else should definitely do that.
Colin, would it be acceptable to actually have it be Lieutenant Commander? instead of, or commander? Or not?
That would be 3 ranks of a promotion.
Yeah.
1
Yeah.
above where she was before demotion.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. So no, then.
No.
I was just double checking. And then I will say congratulations, Lieutenant. You earned it. And then, well, it was all wonderful. It was all wonderful having dinner with you tonight. We will be discussing matters further at briefing tomorrow.
Okay. We'll just go with the communicator chirps, and of course, unsurprisingly, it's Lieutenant Bomox on the bridge, ma'am.
Yes, Lieutenant.
We're getting a priority communication for you from the colony on Hastur 3. It's a Mr. Sloan.
We've talked to him before, right? Oh yeah, he's our guy.
He's works. That was the name that the guy who worked for worked at the listening post used.
Yeah. Is he the Starfleet intelligence one or the commander there?
He never quite said that he worked for Starfleet intelligence, but he worked for Starfleet intelligence. Like
Okay.
at the listening post, not the Commander DeLuca.
I will say I will take it in my quarters. And then look, if you'll excuse me all, and I'll stand up and leave.
Okay. Yeah, so the screen blinks on, and it is a different person than you met at Hastur 3. He's wearing sort of the same nondescript outfit, but when in the background behind him, you do see like the terminals of a sensor station. He's like, Captain, we haven't met, but my name is Sloan, and I was instructed by my commander to inform you that we have detected 2 Breen ships moving directly towards this location.
Not is that Hastur 3?
Yes.
Oh, he said priority message, emergency message. I would have taken that in the bridge. I misheard you.
Well, it was for you specifically, so.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. How soon will they arrive?
Approximately 14 hours at their present speed. Just like
How far out
warp
are we?
7. You are about 12 hours out.
All right. Do we have any information on what classes they are?
Large ships, we're assuming Chelgret destroyers, but honestly, it's hard to tell with Breen ships because their hull designs are weird.
All right. We will increase our warp factor and get there as soon as we can.
Okie doke.
Then I will buzz up to the bridge and say, who's at the helm?
I mean, it would have to be some ensign since Lieutenant Connor was at dinner.
Ensign Frankson? Please bring us to maximum warp that we are capable of doing while towing the sensor array.
We're already at the maximum that we were told by the Starfleet Corps of Engineers to use while towing this this device.
Can I hear this conversation?
No, because it's a bridge. And then I'll say, all right. Well, thank you for informing me, and then I'll hang up and then go, Lieutenant Commander McCullen.
Just lieutenant.
Lieutenant.
Oh, Lieutenant McCullen.
Yes, ma'am.
How fast do you think you would be able to take this ship in warp while towing that monstrosity behind us?
I'll give her the like flat Starfleet answer.
Well, okay, so yeah, what you were told by the Corps of Engineers, because it's a delicate scientific instrument, is don't take it above X amount. You could definitely try and go faster. It was just the guys who built it were like,
Okay.
don't go above this fast.
Well, the spatial turbulence left by the ship could do some damage to the station
Shields?
that we're towing. But nothing that wouldn't be irreparable.
Well, then I'd suggest you take the helm and make that happen. We have 2 Breen ships coming at Hazar 3? Hazar 3? Hastar 3.
Aye, ma'am. Be there in a moment.
Senior staff, then I'll also just call senior staff to the bridge and head up.
Alrighty. Who's the last person to walk onto the bridge? Vivek.
Yeah.
Well, senior staff to posts.
Their stations, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Stations.
Well, then you are
I was
definitely.
probably like the first because I set off running.
Yeah, Tesora is the last to come in, and she is furious, and she says, Lieutenant Connor, why is the ship going so fast? Don't you know that the maximum allowable speed for the gravimetric array is something? You're going to get this thing disintegrated.
No, we'll be fine.
Lieutenant, I gave the order.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
There are 2 Breen ships.
And she sort of nervously rubs her pips, and she just kind of swallows it and goes, very, very well. I'll go to my post.
How about you stabilize our tractor? How about you work with Vivek to stabilize our beam to negate as much of that as you can?
I assume that there's a guy on another console like sitting next to me.
I mean, yeah. There's. What's front left? Where did Data sit? That was like, science basically is front left.
Oh, so the Vulcan.
Yes.
I like look over my far shoulder from the Vulcan to whoever's sitting like back that way and just mouth weirdest Vulcan ever.
Yeah, probably could use to. Huh. As I say from my technical station.
Well, he just mouthed it.
I would have just, mouthed it, but it wouldn't have done anybody any good.
Vivek.
Yes.
Vivek.
I hear you.
We've got to get this thing stabilized.
Okay.
It is very unstable.
Oh, do we want like a piloting role and then you guys assist?
Yeah, that sounds perfect. So yeah, it's gonna take a really steady hand to, keep the big array with all of its sensitive little gravimetric thingamajigs from jiggling around too much. So yeah, we're gonna say it's a difficulty 3. Control con, supported by Vivek with something having to do with the tractor beam.
Mm-hmm.
So reason engineering.
Oh, I take that back. Tractor beam is a tactical thing.
Yes. Would you like me to roll it?
You're
Yes.
gonna assist with control security and I don't know if anybody else wants to help. You can, but you gotta tell me.
No, I would
Yeah.
rather.
I got shipboard tax system, so I can roll that with focus. Correct?
Yep.
Okay, so
All
just
right.
one die. Yep.
So 16-5 for me.
Success.
1, 2, 3, 4,
4
5.
successes. Yes.
Yeah. So, the I guess relative to the ship, the gravimetric array like holds its position and doesn't shake or shudder. I guess in the wake of the ship. Yeah. So we will say that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I also wanted to do mine and Ever's assist scene.
Yeah. So you guys managed to shave 2 hours off of your uh, remaining travel time. So they will get there in 14 hours. You will arrive in 10 hours. And go ahead and do your assist scene.
See, Commander? I told you that this transfer to the Percival was gonna be amazing.
Hmm. Well said. I had my doubts, but I am thoroughly changing my views as we are facing into battle.
I feel like I'm Smokey from that old movie, Smokey and the Bandit.
You know I haven't watched those movies, boy.
Oh, it was great. They were driving a truck cross country.
Were they going to fight someone across the country?
No, they were delivering beer. Was it beer? I think it was.
It was
I think so.
it was Coors.
An honorable
Or,
ending.
yeah,
if you
Yeah,
will.
yeah.
It was specifically Coors because there was some weird law where you couldn't sell Coors X amount of miles from Golden.
Oh right.
So like there were places on the East Coast that like Coors was like this forbidden nectar because you yeah. So there you go.
Yep.
There's your history lesson. Okay.
Well, Lieutenant McQuillan, I suppose you're capable of more restraint than I expected. And here I had you pegged as nothing more than an impulsive hotshot.
I'll look over and smile and like, you just haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
Well, if it's Breen that are coming at us, let's hope I don't have to.
Just give another big, boyish smile over at you.
Okay, so does anybody want to do anything in the 10 hours before you reach Hester 3?
Yeah, I would like to do our have Vivek and I just give a once over on our shields to try to negate their crazy shield draining weapon
Um
or power draining weapon. Maybe create an advantage.
I mean, like the standard operating procedure is that the systems run at their most optimal, but it's not 100% effective. And since the energy draining weapon, like, you don't defend against it, so there's no roll where. Oh no, you could absolutely. Never mind. Yes, they roll the attack, so you would just make it one harder for them, or yeah. Okay.
I'll let Vivek take the lead on this one, but I'll back him up.
Okay. That'll be a reason engineering roll.
Mm-hmm.
Supported by...
Would Xenotech?
I mean, he's defending against Xenotech.
Yeah.
If I don't have to, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you know what? Go ahead. That's fair.
Okay.
And then what am I supporting with?
How are you supporting him?
With my tactical knowledge. Oh, we never fixed my security command problem. I have to move one of those, right? Because we can't have two things that are 5.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so what you security knowledge, but I mean you're
I can't change it.
No?
No.
Weird. Cuz you
Wait,
must
maybe?
changed it up.
No,
you go.
there it goes.
All right. I would say maybe insight security to try and try and figure out what shield modulation would be most likely.
All right.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably no focus on this. Nah.
Didn't you have Oh,
I have
no, you
shipboard
changed
tack.
it. Okay. Yeah, no. I thought you had espionage, but it's not on there anymore.
I changed it for provocation, which is way more useful for what I do.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, go
All
ahead,
right.
Tom.
Okay. I'm gonna use a I'll use a momentum.
Yeah,
Or what's
doesn't matter.
what's the
It's a 2. It's always a 2.
2? Okay.
Yeah, it's always a 2 to create an advantage.
Cool. Yeah, I'll use a momentum.
Okay. Oh.
Ouch.
But I mean, you got one success in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tara?
All right. Oh.
That's 2 complications.
And the ship roll.
Wait. Why did it do that?
I think you might have targeted the modifier box when you were trying to change your stat.
Oh. Yeah, when you double clicked on it, you added that to. Do you see where it says target down below in the bottom left?
Oh, okay. It's a target 0 again.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, looks like we got the 2.
Did you?
Oh, did you roll the ship there?
No, I'm
I thought you
I'm
rolled
bringing
the
up the ship now.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait. My ship's button is missing.
Oh, weird.
Well,
Yeah.
it looks like you rolled a 6 and a 6.
Oh, that
and a
was just
3,
so I
but-
could show what happened when you double clicked a whole bunch on the.
I mean, we'll take that 6.
All right, hold on, because I have to. There's modifiers, settings. No, that's options. Where is the thing that brings up?
The library? Do you have the
Yeah.
library button all the way at the bottom?
Wow, I'm getting a lot of packet drop there, but yes, thank you. All right, ships, and you are the Percival, which I think I put under USS. I did. Okay, ship rolls. What is the ship going to roll? It's going to roll structure security. So this is a 13 or less. You made it.
Hey!
All right, so 2 complications.
The dice are already out to get us, man.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, so one from each of you, huh?
Yeah.
All
And
right.
I was. So yeah, that was actually bad.
Yep. Okay, so
Unless we wanted, I mean, we could. I don't want to burn him this early.
You have to reroll both of them to avoid one complication.
Yeah.
okay. Here's what we're gonna do. You cannot have this defense active
Mm-hmm.
while using the tractor beam.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's
Makes sense.
one or the other. And then so that's the one for Tom's roll. Tara, you were using insight and security, so you were sort of like thinking, okay, if I was a Breen commander, these are the shield frequencies that I would try and bypass. So we'll
Yeah.
strengthen our shield there. I think I'm going to say underestimated enemy.
Okay, and how do you get rid of those again?
I mean, you leave a situation in which they apply, really.
Okay. So I'm at a -1 for all my rolls when dealing with them.
In a way where, like, your preconceptions about them would apply.
Okay. So like a tactical saying give a maneuver, I'd be at a minus, but not shooting them. Say, for instance. Just so I'm understanding.
Yeah, like if you were going to try and do attack pattern or something, if you were
Okay.
flying the ship, then yes. Whereas,
Cool.
like, just shooting it is more of a test against the other ship's, structure and build.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep. Okay, so you do have the dampener disruption. Okay, so you arrive in the Haster system with about 4 hours before the Breen arrive.
When was the other ship gonna get here?
The science ship?
Yeah.
You don't know for sure. I mean, they were scheduled at some point in the future, but I don't think it was part of your briefing.
And there are asteroids and stuff in the system, I assume, correct?
There remember there wasn't an asteroid belt, but there are like scattered little planetoids that are good to hide behind.
Okay, I was just thinking.
Tara?
Processing.
And the captain is dead. Long live the captain. Who's taking over?
There she is.
Tara, are you there? Well, if we are going to try hiding this array behind a field of asteroids, we should probably pick the cloud that is least likely to experience disruption and collide into it, right?
Yeah, again, no asteroid fields. There are scattered planetoids.
Cool. Can I scan planetoids and try to analyze which one? Well, actually, we just got here, right? Have we done a system scan just to make sure there's no hidden threats and the usual?
No. You
Okay.
wanna roll perception?
Yeah.
All right, I gotta keep or quit. Dropping that. Kyle, can you or James? No. Okay, so maybe California just fell off the map. Okay, we'll let them keep fighting on that.
Should we take a small break to see if they come back?
Yes, but let's do this roll real quick. So this is going to be you're trying to find the best spot to stash this thing, right?
Hello, 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 hello.
Hi, how you doing?
You're back.
We hear you.
Hey,
Okay.
Okay, you're both back.
I had to change servers. The Discord had a minor freak out. So we're in a different server now.
Okay. So yeah, reason, science. Difficulty is going to be 3 because I'm spending a threat chit because this is a pretty sparse cluster.
Okay.
Are you trying to hide it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, because that was what I was asking.
Yeah, I figured. So that's going to be. Sorry, you said reason science.
Reason, science. Yeah.
10, 14. Anybody want to assist? Excellent.
I could use. Could I use infiltration for this? Or
You've underestimated the enemy.
yeah, I'm
I'm
not
just
seeing
gonna-
anything. I'm
Yeah,
not
I'll
seeing
roll.
anything.
I'm gonna roll it and just and just I can count on astronavigation for this, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
And feel
Okay.
free to burn that.
I
shit.
could assist at a 9.
No, I'm good. Okay, that's one. And then I got a ship roll on this.
Yes, you get a ship roll on that. Sensor. Actually, I'm gonna say computers. It doesn't really matter because they're both 10. But the computer is trying to figure out compositions of things. Computer
Sure.
science 2.
Reroll that.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Son of a
Wow.
bitch.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's
Can't
just
fight fate.
no planetoid or place that is like going to conceal this because of the degree and size.
Yeah, I think we're stuck tugging this thing, Captain.
I mean, you could stash it somewhere. It's just not going to be hidden.
How big is it?
Scale 2. So in between runabout and a steam runner. I know
Okay.
that's a pretty vague.
That is a huge difference.
Nova. It's slightly smaller than a Nova class.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
Does it produce like any signs? Like if we were to like throw it somewhere, would it come up on sensors as moving or?
Not as moving, but if somebody scanned a system, like, oh, there's a vessel of some sort over there.
Okay.
Like, it doesn't look like a piece of junk.
Okay.
Well, I think what it comes at this point is we'll put it on the other side of the planet from the direction the Breen are coming and hope they don't go that way.
Could Vivek maybe make it look like a piece of junk?
Vivek,
I think
you
the
got a
whole
wrench?
problem.
Yeah, I can beat the shit out of it. But...
I don't know, put some kind of. I guess that's a cloaking device, right? I
Yeah.
mean,
yeah,
not really cloaking. It would just register as space junk, not
problem
a
is the
fully
scale.
functional gravimetric array. Big piece of space junk.
I mean,
I think to make
it
that
will
work,
look
you'd have
like
to
a
have-
piece of scientific equipment because it's a piece of scientific equipment.
I think at this
Okay.
point we're just kind of screwed,
Alright, fine.
and we'll just stash it in a place that's far away. But also we could go to and nab it if need be.
And does it like broadcast anything when it's the way it is right now?
No, I mean when it's
Okay.
not turned on,
Yeah.
I mean it's got power and stuff to keep the systems from dying or whatever.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, it is not an active piece of equipment.
Yeah. Cool.
So we'll stash it behind the planet and
Stash it on the planet.
no, there's the re-entry on something like this without shields would be a train wreck.
Good point.
Okay. So you're stashing it on the far side of the planet in orbit.
Yes.
Okay. That takes an hour ish.
Cool.
You
We
get
have 3 left.
3 more hours.
Do they still have the platform?
Yes,
weapons
yes.
platform?
It's not a weapons platform. It's an intelligence gathering platform.
But
yes,
with
they have it.
weapons.
There are no weapons.
No, the one that was stashed, the cloaked
The-
one.
Oh,
The probe.
right,
That we
right,
totally hacked.
right.
And,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel like they wouldn't want to have left that in orbit,
Hmm.
and there's probably something in there that was like evidence. But regardless, like, I mean, even if you hack it, you don't keep a enemy drones circling above your airbase or whatever.
Okay, so they like disassembled it and used the bits or something.
Yeah.
We have all these. We
do
have
dishes?
probes, and we don't use probes enough. I wonder if maybe we can set up probes around different areas of the system to maybe give us an advance warning.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah. I would say it would be creating an advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright.
That seems like a Vivek to Sora?
Maybe. What about Leo?
Yeah, Vivek Leo.
Well, how can I
More-
support you with that, Vivek?
So would this be more tactical or engineering?
Science.
Science, yeah.
So reason science to, figure out where to put the probes, and supported by like control security because they are fired out of torpedo tubes.
Okay.
So this might be,
Tactical systems still apply?
So actually, maybe a Tesora thing.
yeah.
Tesora, Leo.
Desor Leo, okay. And no, because they're not really tactical platforms, they're probes.
Okay, no focus, but I succeed on a 16.
Okay.
9.
All right, so that's a success if Tesora gets at least one success.
Okay. Since we are trying to create, if this is a science, is there maybe like a geometrical component to maybe covering the most ground with as few probes as possible?
Oh yeah, there's
In that way.
your mathematics focus absolutely applies.
Excellent. Okay, so reason science with some math.
Hey.
There's 2.
Maybe 3?
No, I don't have a 5 in science.
Ah.
But we do have a ship roll.
Oh yeah. What is that going to be? That's going to be sensors. Actually, computer sensors. I think the probes count as sensors, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do sensors science, which is 12. So I should probably re-roll that preemptively.
Womp womp.
All right.
We did create the advantage, though.
Yes, you do. You create the advantage sensor net. So we've got that, and that, and that. Okay.
Since Sensornet is online, Captain.
Great.
2 more
and in
hours.
that, how many more hours?
2.
2. I would like to also pick the best I know. Could we also have Ev or Leo find a good hiding spot for us?
You know right where the best hiding spot is. Because you had to hide here once before.
Yeah, but to set up a thing, and then I also want a sensor to fake our ping our communications off of, so we can basically have them be like, we're calling from over here. So that way, when we immediately contact them, they're not like, oh, there they are.
The only issue is your decoy will have to be pretty big for it to register as a ship on their sensors.
Can we have it hooked up to some space garbage? Or a moon? Or like near a moon to fake it out?
Yeah, I mean, there's all those planetoids hanging out, so you can bounce it off of one of those.
Yes, I would like us to do those last 2 things for the last 2 hours.
Okay, so one of those is really just putting up. Okay, well, there's 2 options for the communications fake out, right? And that is you can like plant a shuttle on the planetoid in question to to act as that relay, or you can use the sensor array, the hidden sensor array that's on one of the moons that they are using to observe a Breen space. But you're going to have to convince them to do that because they really don't want to put that array at risk.
We haven't blown up a shuttle yet. Let's do that.
Let's blow up a shuttle. Is that what you just said?
I said we haven't blown up a shuttle yet, and it's Star Trek tradition to destroy a shuttle.
Okay. So we're destroying a shuttle just for the hell of it, or
I mean, no. I was just saying that.
I
That's
know what you're saying. I'm just being a jackass.
That's your default setting.
You're not wrong. Okay. So are you doing this remote, or are you putting a couple of ensigns in there and saying, "Hey, just go park this shuttle here and hang out for a few hours"?
Let's not be mean to the ensigns. Let's have Lieutenant McCullen remoted over there.
Okay. So this is also going to be an advantage. So the difficulty would normally be only 2, but it is 3 because you're doing it via remote control. So, let me bring up Connor's character. Connor, let's do... I mean, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be Control Con. Difficulty 3. I don't actually see a focus there.
I mean, I'm operating it from the helm.
No.
All right. Well, I will spend that,
Okay.
and this is 16.5.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So, whoops. You needed 3. And so we've got what are we gonna call that advantage?
Fake out.
Or a decoy shuttle.
Blind spot.
It's not a blind spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's a comms decoy. Okay, and then
the hiding, reestablishing a good hiding spot.
yeah, so the last time you guys hid within the coronosphere of the sun, which I'm pretty sure I had was as a daring helm, and I think you guys might have used shields as well as a support there.
Do it again.
Yeah.
Are we sure we want to go right up close next to the sun against an enemy that can take down our shields?
I mean, we're gonna warp out of there if things go hinky.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Sure thing, Captain. She just fingers her little pips again.
Did the Cardassian captain just say hinky?
Did you just burn 3 threat points?
Yeah. The sun's hot. Difficulty 4. Daring con. Supported by somebody doing something with the shields. Either Leo or Vivek. Probably Vivek.
Probably Vivek.
Vivek, you could do... maybe control security to keep the shield frequency right.
Mm-hmm.
With a focus in security systems.
Also, didn't we get 4 from that last roll? Or was that 3?
You needed 3. You rolled 4.
Yeah, so wouldn't we get a... Oh, he used 1. Sorry. I didn't realize he used it, because I'm an idiot.
Okay. So, control sorry.
Yeah.
Control engineering security systems.
Control. Yeah, that's fair. Control engineering security systems, and literally what you're doing is just like fine tuning the shields to to block as much of the stellar radiation, stellar matter, and just flat out like heat. Well, I guess that's radiation too. But anyway,
And this is a 4.
I
This
feel
is-
like I
this is a
should
4.
spend this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this will be
Daring.
17.5.
Hey,
Ooh.
oh.
1, 2, 3, and a complication.
Is it hot in here? Is it
And then
just
I do
me?
an assist.
Yep. Oh,
Ship.
ship. I think this is gonna be structure security, just like the shields and a blade of armor, just doing as much as it can.
Hey!
Oh, that's actually 2. So you guys gain that momentum back. What's the complication?
Hot for our britches.
Melted EPS conduits.
No, I think it's the ablative armor.
Are there 2 complications though?
Nope, just 1.
Oh, okay, just 1.
One on me.
All right. So we got sensor net, dampener disruption, underestimated enemy, comms decoy, and ablative armor. So
Is it hot in the ship?
I mean, you've got the life support systems. I mean, it literally what a life support system has to do in space is keep it cold.
Oh,
Because
okay.
there's no. I know it seems counterintuitive, but because there's no atmosphere, heat doesn't radiate off of a ship.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I really liked that in BattleTech too.
Yes, also a BattleTech.
But Colin, the actual answer was yes. So take off all your clothes.
It
Right, and that was
is
our
getting a
last
little
hour.
warm. Yes. So the ablative armor on the outside of the ship has heated up to the point where some of it is ablating, which means that I don't know, certain situations in which you would be maybe rolling the ship's structure could be at a disadvantage.
Okay.
Captain, I think I pulled an Icarus.
All right. So
Oh, I was hoping that was gonna get more than one.
I got Chuck.
You know what? I'll appreciate that because she is into mythology. I'm gonna go get a glass of water. Or how can I get water?
you go. I mean, I don't think there's replicators on the bridge because you don't want to have open glasses around all of that expensive bridge equipment.
Well, like a pot of water, like a.
Oh no, I'll just hand you some of my meat mush.
I would... Oh God!
And you
Yeah,
don't
well,
drink it because it's meat mush.
We don't have like a space Nalgene. I'm not saying like
No,
an actual
Like
glass.
seriously, you walk up to a replicator and you say, "Computer,
Water.
1 liter water, 3 degrees Celsius." Oh, shut up. Okay, sorry. 3 degrees Celsius in a closed-topped container.
Right. I tell like the nearest red shirt to please go get me that.
Okay. Can I perhaps show you anything from the wine menu as long as I'm doing... Okay.
And that was our last hour.
That was your last hour. So the pair of... Oh, God, I was going to say this a while ago, and then we started talking about California disappearing off the map. So there are the whoever is working the sensor station, who is just generally known as Sloan, mentions that there are other Breen ships that seem to be mobilizing in Breen space, but could be preparing for a large scale invasion.
Oh, That's useful information.
I mean, I think your priority should probably be the two that are coming to where you're going to be.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, the two Breen ships enter the system. They do slow down, and I mean the administrator, whose name I don't remember because I never thought that we would need him again. He does indicate to you that they have open communications with him.
Patches through just to listen in.
Okay. Again, Breens have weird voices. I can't do that. I'm not gonna try. This is Relk Beck of the Breen. We have tracked the warp trail of a ship to the system. That ship has committed a grave offense against the Breen, and we demand that it be surrendered to us. The administrator says, "What ship is that?" And we do not know exactly which ship. We followed the warp trail. We do not have any visual or sensor records on it. However, this ship committed a war crime by attacking a Breen diplomatic envoy that was on his way to a signing of a political document.
Did we do that?
I don't remember we doing that.
I don't think we ambushed any Breen.
No, you can't scan an asteroid out here without committing a war crime.
You did
How did-
ambush some Breen, but not this.
I will, through our jigger setup with, our fake out, I'll open a ping them.
Yeah,
Hail.
you remember Beck, and you assume that is him on the screen, since all Breen look alike.
But hey, I'll interrupt the call.
It's like, Captain.
Hello.
Fancy seeing you in this system. We don't detect any other ships. Can you confirm that you are the only ship in this system?
I'll arch my eyebrow at him and go, "We are a ship that is in this system."
That's not what I asked.
I know.
Did you attack a Breen ship 18 hours ago in the Baroka system?
We did not.
Would you allow us to board your ship in order to confirm that in your logs?
We will not. I will transmit you our logs.
Yeah, that's not going to be enough. A ship in a vicious ambush destroyed a Breen. What is the small size called? I don't remember. But anyways, destroyed a Breen small craft carrying our diplomatic envoy in the Baroka system. We have been following their warp trail, and it led us here. To you.
We weren't even in the Baroka system, were we?
You've never been to the Baroka system.
Our ship has never even been to the Baroka system.
I would hardly expect you to admit it.
I am not letting your foot troops on my ship. You are... Frankly, I don't trust you as far as I could throw you.
The feeling is mutual. And the two Breen ships were flying in like formation, but one of them is sort of moving laterally, which you've never seen a ship move, without pointing its engines in one direction and then moving in that direction, or away from that direction, technically. Anyway, but one of the Breen ships starts like sliding laterally to the side.
I suggest if you wish to accuse a Federation ship of such a crime, you take it up with the Federation itself. Otherwise, you are in our system illegally, and I suggest you leave. This is your only warning.
We have actually filed a notice of this grievance with the Jurger, not knowing that it was necessarily the Federation until the warp trail took us here. But we did follow the conventions laid down when we divvied up the planets a few months ago. God, I guess it was almost a year ago.
I mean, they're not supposed to be in the system, right?
No, I mean, they have definitely invaded Federation territory, but they have also filed a grievance saying that, hey, we're pursuing the warp trail of a ship that destroyed our other one of our ships. So, what is it like? It's like, all right, so say somebody, an Afghani terrorist blows up a Hummer full of U.S. soldiers and then runs to Iran. They in their eyes, they are like the United States going after that one harbored terrorist. But you're not entirely sure that it wasn't, some Iranian plot in the first place.
Then we shall investigate this to the best of our ability. But you are indeed in our space, and I will say one last time, I suggest that you leave.
Historically, Breen ships don't have a lot to fear in Federation space. For those of you that don't know, the Breen were the second and the only race in like the last 200 years to attack Earth successfully.
The other one being the Borg.
We don't count the Borg, and they actually didn't attack Earth successfully.
That's what I said. But anyway.
No, it was the Zindi.
The Zindi, that's right. I mean, the Borg did go into our system. Anyway.
But they didn't attack Earth.
Yes, they did.
Track fight.
They did. First contact, man. The entire movie.
Well, that was in the past.
No, that was in the present too. There was a whole battle right in the Earth solar system. But anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Whatever.
But we will. I gave you an official warning.
And we have filed an official grievance.
And we will look into it. Now leave.
No.
Otherwise. Oh, these guys are pissing me off.
I should point out that both of their ships are bigger than Coco. Shut up. Hush.
Than Coco.
Oh, geez. Quite the massive juggernaut.
Coco, the 12-pound dachshund. No, both of these ships are quite a bit bigger than the
Percival?
Galaxy class. Oh yeah,
Oh.
They're bigger than you for sure. These are two massive ships, and unlike most Federation ships, these are built as warships from the ground up. So I'm not saying you can't fight them. What I am saying is if you do fight them, know that it is dangerous, like more so than a structured fight. You know what I mean? Like this isn't a balanced encounter by any means.
I officially demand that you halt your current course. By the way, which ship? Which way are they veering?
Okay, let's lay this out like a clock. So you're in the middle of a clock, right?
Because we're at the sun.
Because you're at the sun. Yes. The Breen are coming from 12 o'clock. They think you are at 8 o'clock. The planet is at 4 o'clock.
Okay. Is one ship heading towards?
Oh,
where
right.
they
I'm
think we
sorry.
are?
Yeah. So one ship is moving laterally towards like 11 o'clock.
Would it be possible for me to detect this warp trail they keep talking about?
It's pretense, but sure.
Yes, you could. Go ahead and roll. Let's do reason. Reason, science, difficulty. Difficulty is.
I don't believe I have a focus.
No, I'm not worried about the focus. I'm trying to think because I mean it's old and they dissipate over time.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, tracking somebody when it's also snowing.
Yeah.
And you have to know what you're looking for. We're gonna make it just difficulty 3. I'm not gonna be a total jackass again.
Oh, okay. Well, shoot. You said difficulty 3?
Yeah.
I wonder if this is a good time to spend. I don't want to get into a fight, or if we do, like, it might be kind of cool to have a place to run to, because if these guys fuck with the Breen and we need backup, I'm okay with taking my chances and figuring out who they are. Did they say it was a Federation ship, or they just said it was
warp trail.
A trail. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna maybe I have a oh man. Do I have a value here?
This sounds totally like a Klingon thing, by the way. Or a Romulan thing.
Are we in the, you know what? Can I actually can I just like cancel out one of my values? I think I'm done with having second thoughts after that last episode.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start running this scan, and I'm just going to say, like, I do it. Like, I'm not asking the captain, because I don't think it's really that, you know.
No. Yeah, you're
I'm
just
running
typing
a
on
scan.
something in the background.
So I'm going to use a determination there just to get the automatic one.
Okay.
And
Which value are you tapping? So you're scratching off the one to gain a determination.
yes.
Which one are you spending?
Oh, I see. I mean, if we are I don't know. The one about like a thing must be seen, felt, and experienced before it is ever truly known. Like that one involves, to me, kind of getting up close and personal with a thing, not just sort of censoring it from afar, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So you want to get out and walk to the warp trail? If you're not cheating, I mean, that's not really cheating.
Yeah, we're not cheating. It's not about never letting you. Yeah. Okay. Well, then maybe I'm just gonna say that I do scratch out that value and keep it for later, and I won't tap it now. Like I'm just gonna do a straight roll.
Okay. All right.
But I'll make the determination, and 2 dice going against 3 difficulty. So here's hoping the ship can fill it in, because oh shit, I don't have a focus.
Oh.
Oh, that's 2 successes,
That is
though.
2
Good
successes.
start.
All right, Percival is going to roll sensor science. That's 12-2. Boom.
Ooh.
There is a warp trail that is not your own in this system. I mean, you can't follow it like right to a ship, but there is definitely like, okay, it's doubtful that it would go through the system because of how vast space is. If it's in this system, then the ship came to this system. It didn't just pass through. I mean, it could have left in the meantime. The warp trail is pretty thin. So it's probably been. I mean, the ship was probably gone when you got here. Like that's how old this warp trail is.
Okay, yeah.
Or if the ship is here, like it hasn't been flying around since before you got here. Which I mean, obviously, because you didn't see it, but there is a warp trail, is what I'm saying.
So it's either here and it's cloaked, or it's here and it left.
Right.
Yeah,
How
or-
would it have left without leaving a more recent warp trail?
That's a good point.
Because the
Okay,
The warp trail does not exit the system.
right. I say, Captain, we have a faint
I
warp
mute
trail.
I mute
Oh, yeah.
the mic.
Captain, we have signs of a faint warp trail entering the system, and I would expect to see a fresher trail marking the departure of the ship, but I see no evidence of that.
Good work, Lieutenant. I will then continue, look back over to the Breen and say, I demand you halt where you are going. If you wish for assistance during this, you do not have free movement through this system. I'm gonna roll a. I'm gonna try to verbally, like, use my big girl pants to scare them. My big girl voice.
Okay. So you can't convince somebody to do something they're not willing to do, or you can't force them to do something that they straight up wouldn't do. You know what? You can get it's possible to get them to stop. Let's bring up Beck here. All right, so this is going to be an opposed roll. You are going to roll presence command. I think he is going to defend with, I mean, insight, except he knows that, I mean, you're being serious. I think he's going to use reason command.
Okay, and persuasion, I assume, is or provocation?
You don't want to provoke him.
I mean, persuasion then.
Persuasion, yes.
All right, so this is 16-5 for me, and I'm using a momentum.
All right, and this is 15-5 for him. And just to make it fair and interesting.
Ooh.
No doubles, but that's 3.
1, 2, also 3.
It's got a 17?
Or well, he used
he's
a
got like a
threat check.
He
So
said he had a 15-5.
Oh, 5. Oh, the 4.
son of a bitch. Okay.
Because he has composure. So he's Captain, there are 2 possibilities here. Either you attacked or know who attacked my ship, our ship, in which case you're going to fire on us no matter what, as you just committed an act of war. Or you are simply protecting the planet below and do not wish to further not enrage, further provoke this potential situation. My ships are raising their shields and will be moving into the system. We
All
will
right,
not take any hostile action, but if we are fired upon, then know that we are sending a subspace record of this in real time to Breen High Command.
They got their cell phone camera out.
Yeah, it's actually, you know what, and the Jurger.
Right, yeah, the Jojo. I kind of whisper to the captain, isn't there a third party here who could clear this up? The people on the planet might have more recent logs of whatever it is they're trying to find.
Yeah, but this guy pissed me off. I want them to stop, so I'm gonna say noted, and then unmute it, or then cut the channel, warp in, get a good angle on them, charge weapons and shields. Do not fire.
Okay. Charge weapons. Don't fire. Warp in. Lieutenant Connor. We're going to do Control Con. I think the difficulty... is only going to be 1. But a complication will mean that just roll 2 dice and hope you don't get a complication.
It's 1 success.
Okay, that's enough. So yeah, you warp in front of, which of the ships? The one holding steady at 12 o'clock as it moves in, or the one that, is sort of edging off towards counterclockwise?
I mean, how far are they apart?
A couple of zones.
Okay.
I think we go for edging off guy.
It's up to you, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Okay, so that means that the 12 o'clock guy is now on your right, and the other one is in front of you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I will actually say stand down in my, again, big girl voice. I
Well-
don't want to yell because I have a sore throat.
Yeah. That's fine, but I'm not going to have you re-roll a thing that already failed.
Sora takes a big drink of that cup of water.
Okay, so the one that was at 12 o'clock starts moving clockwise towards 1 o'clock. But the one at 11 o'clock stops.
Okay.
Shields are up, weapons are unpowered. No, I think when you warp in, they power their weapons. Like they expected to get in a shooting war.
I'm going to say we are willing to work with you in this investigation, but you are breaking territorial you are invading our territory with 2 highly armed ships.
After one of your ships... No, you know what? After you destroyed one of our ships, killing a high-ranked diplomatic envoy.
Transmit. We have been moving a giant piece of equipment for the past how many days?
Don't tell him.
Shut up, Tesora.
It's taken you like probably 3 or 4 days from Tratado Station.
For 4 days. I'm sending you our flight path.
That's easily faked. And again, I'm not predisposed to believe you right now. You're the only ship in this system, and we followed the warp trail to this system.
other than you can check versus our warp trail versus the one you have been following. It's not that hard. And a candidate could scan our warp trail versus our warp signature, showing that we came in from a different location because our tracks did not match, right? I assume.
You can't really tell that from a warp trail.
Am I
But you-
able to scan
But you
the
can use the warp
planet?
signature.
Yeah, so if you detect a ship itself, you can compare its warp signature to another ship. The warp trail itself is just like the gases and displacement left when a ship travels through a place at warp. So it's
We
kind of like a
arrived
wake.
here. We arrived here X hours ago. Showing, and then I'll coming in from this location. Check our warp trail. Check it versus your logs. I assume you are not incompetent, or you are I assume you are competent enough to be able to put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, so the ship that you were not next to heads towards where you came into the system at about 5 o'clock. Um, you know what? And after a second, you see it or detect it launch a probe down that line of bearing too, and it takes about 10 minutes. But Relkbeck comes up, and it's like, and he says, "It appears you're telling the truth. We do have a warp trail entering this system, much more recently than the one that we followed. Will you permit us to make a detailed scan of the planetoids in this area?" And that is my work calling. So we're going to have to take a
5-minute
break. This is Cobalt Cafe. And we're back, and I feel I feel kind of bad, but I work in what is deemed an essential business, and I just found out that one of the people that works for me tested positive for coronavirus, and he was literally in the business today.
Don't give too many details, man.
Yeah, that's about all I got. I just gonna be a little distracted, so I'm not gonna finish this session. We will return at the regular time next week. And it's possible that we may, if I end up getting quarantined, be able to pick this up at another point sometime in the coming week. But at the moment, there's a lot up in the air, and I'm really not going to be able to. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Focus.
I mean, obviously, I mean, it's just like, I mean, it's almost funny. It's just like
In a very macabre way.
This is this is the world that we are living in right now. Like, things are a little weird. Things are beyond our control, and yeah, things are a little bit scary. So,
And thus we retreat to Star Trek.
you know what we do? Yeah, I don't know, fellow nerds out there, like, just tell your mom you love them, or reach out to to whoever.
Stay home, goddammit.
Yes,
Stay
yeah,
home,
really, stay the
goddammit.
fuck home. All right, so I apologize
Yeah.
for having to end the stream early, but I mean, in a very literal way, that's kind of life. So,
How about let's just go up the list, starting with Tom.
sure, Tom.
Hey, I'm Tom. I played Commander Vivek, and I'll be back next week. Don't worry.
Tara.
I'm Tara, the stir crazy, playing the captain. Yeah. We'll see you when we see you.
James.
Hey, I'm James. I play Connor McCullen. Did some flying.
Ev?
Hello, I was Eberhard, playing Leo, the Felian. Felian? I'll get it eventually. We'll see you next week.
Daniel?
This is Daniel. Been to Sora. Live long and prosper separately in your own homes or 6 feet apart from each other.
All right, I'm Colin. I've been the GM. We are the Kobold Cafe. We're on Twitter. We're on Twitch. We're
You know the
on
things.
YouTube. We do all of the things. If you're listening to this, you've heard at least one episode all the way through. Yeah, I don't know. Reach out. Send us a comment. Come up with a particularly devious way that I can